We're live.
We're live.
We're live. All right. Hello.
Right.
Welcome, everyone, to the Magic
Uh,
Hour with Anna Stone
Hello.
and Stephanie Siren.
Yep.
Welcome, welcome. And what are we talking about tonight, Anna?
We're going to talk about glamour, magic, and magnetism and how that looks. How does it actually look in real life? What are we talking about? What are we doing? Right?
Right. And this is something that I think we both practice,
hmm
and we can come at it a couple different ways, right?
Right. Yeah.
Because, like, for instance, ritualistically, I can say that I've done full moon vitality spells, and I've done them on the regular to
Right.
use glamour magic in that regard.
Okay.
Now, there's other ways, right? There's also the way of just our daily rituals.
Yes, which is what I do. So,
Right.
what I do. Um, so especially with with COVID when we were locked down and stuff, working from home, right? Like it can be hard because you want to just do home stuff or whatever. So I've always made a habit. Oh, hi, Laurel. Um,
Hi.
I've made a habit of always getting dressed for work, like always, right? Like heels and all. Like I have heels on right now in my house, and like everyone goes, "Why do you wear shoes in the house?" I just do because I like if I get up and I don't get dressed, I kind of like feel not so great, like. But I go. You know how I am. I'm fancy. I'm
Mhm.
pretty fancy.
We call you
And like
bougie, and it's part of your glamour magic.
yeah, love my nickname, Bougie. Okay, so yes, because I feel like it's for me. It's not for anybody else. Like when I look put together, when I feel like I look nice, I feel more productive, and I feel, like better about just the day in general. So every day I do that, and that is also a form of like be about like, what you want, embody what you want to achieve, right? So
Right, right. That's the alchemical process of it, and the magnetism portion of it is that you have to be what you want.
right,
You have to embody that which you want to come into your life. So, even with like relationships, okay, like becoming your own lover.
right. You have to be all about yourself.
Learning, yes, you have to learn what your own love language is, even like what you
Right.
expect and how hard or easy is it for you to give of yourself these things that you're asking of another, you
Right.
know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, so for like mine, I think mine's like I do things for people. Like whenever I'll buy something for you if I see it out. Like not to buy you, but like to just be I'm thinking about you. Or I know you're gonna like this thing.
Mhm.
Also, like helping out with chores, I think is one of my love languages. Like, don't make me do all of it, you know? Like, right? I mean,
Mhm.
and then also just, letting people know, like being told like that they have my back. That's, so like I guess affirmations.
Guilty.
Yeah,
Right.
like that. But like I'm not good with like, how I'm not good with emotional stuff. Like really. I'm working on it, but yeah, I'm still kind of robotic in that regard. But like I
So,
don't know. Yeah, I think it is true. You have to be like in love with yourself,
yes,
right? So that
yes,
because if you don't
absolutely.
love yourself, how the hell do you expect someone else to do that?
Right, and I can safely say that after I went on my healing journey and hi
Hi,
guys,
Rhonda.
and learned to love myself, did I start to radiate at a better vibration
Yeah,
and started to attract more and better caliber people,
right. It is true.
more authentic relationships. And so the more you believe in yourself
Mhm.
and you see your capacity and your capability and your limitlessness, and you fall in love with that and serve that, you start to freaking glow. That's just how
True.
it works.
It is.
And like I would say before all of that, I was of average beauty. But after that, my magnetism became so much that I do have a lot of people that are attracted to me.
Right. I always have people attracted to me that, like, shouldn't be, like, the people that see me at my worst. Like like, the ones that I'm like, "I'm a hot mess, watch out," and they're like and I'm like, "You don't wanna get involved with me," and they're like, "No, I do." I'm like, "No, really you don't." But I'm not like that anymore because I was attracting those people. Those are the people I was attracting, the people that, like, damaged people because they were damaged also, right? Like, that's what we attract, what we how
Absolutely.
we think of ourselves is, like, kind of the people that we also attract because it's gonna be a mirror situation. Because it's for growth, but, like, most of us don't get that. Like, most of us don't understand that the reason that we keep dating these people that are, not well is because we're not well, we're not taking care of the things that we need to take care of, so we're attracting the opposite
Correct.
version of us, right? And, like
Right, and
and it so
you said
well,
something. Oh, go ahead.
I say it won't change until we see it and figure it out, right? It's gonna keep
Right,
happening.
and you had said something that was, kinda did a light bulb moment in my head, and then it kinda went out. But
Sure,
but,
happens.
it had to do with self-love,
Yeah.
and oh, mirror work. You said they mirror us, yes, and also a very good hack for glamour magic is mirror work.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's so
Yeah,
silly, though, like, it's hard to do, it is, but it is a thing that works, like, it does. You know, telling yourself that you're awesome in the mirror, like, you don't have to tell other people that, okay, because they might think you're a jerk, but, telling yourself that you're badass, that you've got this, that, you're gonna be fine, you always figure shit out, like, whatever it is, you know, you should do that because maybe you don't get it from other people. But it doesn't even matter if you get it from somebody else because you need to know it yourself. Like it's not about
yeah,
being told other things. And that's where I think confusion comes in is like most of us, we're so this our society is so designed for this extrinsic value, right? Like extrinsic, like outside of us, like other people have to
yep,
think, hi Lori, other people have to think that we are great. We have to think we're great. Like, it
yes.
doesn't matter how many people tell you you're great. If you don't think you're great, you're not gonna believe it. It's gonna mean nothing. It's like,
And then
you
how
know
can it be magical then, and in any sense of the word, if you're not believing in your own ability and your own glamour and
right.
your own,
Yep.
hard work?
Right. Like, I hate the word can't. Like, in my classroom, when I was teaching high school, like, I have a foul mouth. I cuss a lot, right? Like, I just do. And so it's hard for me, but I slip up all the time, and my high school students, I'd be like, "I don't care if you cuss, but I do not wanna hear the word can't. Don't wanna hear it."
Right.
Because I hate
That's
that. I hate it.
self-limiting. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it is. It's just and usually it's because we just don't wanna put in the effort to, like, do it, because, yeah, it might be hard, right? But
Mhm.
can't is just you're imposing a limit on yourself, and it's gonna be your reality if that's
Right.
your attitude, right? And it's
Right.
really hard,
So
though, to get out of it when you're in that.
it it
So
is,
hard.
and I can't tell you, like, I can't stress how much mirror work did help me though. And
Yeah.
I have been practicing mirror work since 2005.
How do you do it?
Okay, for me personally, I do it when I do my makeup every day.
Right. Okay.
And hi,
Bye.
Megan. Every day that I'm doing my makeup, I'm playing music that makes me feel sexy. I'm putting on music that I resonate with about me feeling good about myself.
Mhm.
And then I tell myself in my mind what all my good attributes are and what I value about even just my face, even if it's just face stuff,
Yeah.
like I feel very good about it. And so I tell myself, you're beautiful. You are gorgeous. You emanate light from within. You are tapped into source. You are energy. You are an energy healer. Like these are the things that I talk to myself about. And then I do the you're a bad bitch, you got this, pep talks,
Yeah.
And I've been doing it that long, so almost 20 years. And
Wow.
I'm talking about it being an daily practice.
Yeah, no, daily, absolutely, like, I when I yeah, so like this is like I think a lot of women probably do similar things like this and don't even realize what they're doing, but it's good. Like I mean, again, like if I sit around my house on my days off, like fine, I can bum around, right? But like if I have work to do, even a little bit of work, I am going to be full on dressed up, full on heel, all the whole thing, freak it, like all of it, hair done, makeup done, because it gets me in the mood to do work. It gets me in the mood to be productive. It gets me in the mood to be a creator, right? You know what I mean? Like to create that. So like every day I craft my appearance as such, like as what I'm setting out to do, right? You know what I mean? Like so, and it's different some days. You know how I am. Like I have like my whole style thingies that I do. Like I'll be like 1940s, 1980s. Like I have like my whole like genres that I like dress like for different. Oh gosh, where does Stephanie go? Okay, will be back. She just got I think there's a storm in Fresno. Is there Megan, is there a storm in Fresno right now? Because that happened last time too. Or her internet's just cutting out. But yeah, you guys craft your appearance every day the way you want it. What you're trying to achieve in life. You want to go, I don't know, like I wanted to be a professor, right? So that's how I dress. And now I'm a professor. Hi Eden. And here's one of my students right now. Actually. How you doing? Eden's in my class, one of my classes. 3 of my classes, actually, that I teach at the college. So, yeah, I don't know what Stephanie will be back, I'm assuming. So, how are you guys doing? Mirror work has been amazing. Oh, hey, let me put that up. Let's see. Yeah, it is uncomfortable, right, Megan? It is. It's like I felt so silly doing it at first. I was like, this doesn't. Oh, here she's coming on back on. She doesn't feel right. I feel so like conceited. What happened?
Okay, sorry. We still have storms over
I
here.
that's what I was asking.
Turned me
Yeah,
off.
cool.
So sorry.
Hi,
Okay,
Anna.
so hi everybody. Hello, hello. So what are we talking about?
Oh, I was just saying, like, I was just trying to, wait till you came back. I was just kidding. Oh, yeah, but like, how I wanted to, like, my goal was to be a professor, so I started dressing as I would envision myself as a professor. Now I am one. Now, did it like really get me the job? I don't know, but it sure helped me get in the mindset of getting that job, like, and I did, and now I do it, and I love it. And then right when I was talking about that, one of my students popped up on the in the chat.
You know what?
So
That's funny that you say that because like I don't dress for it, but I definitely do tell myself like I'm living my dreams right now.
yeah.
Like I
No, I
do
mean,
do
yeah,
that.
I am. I am, yeah. So, yeah,
Yeah,
like,
it
we're
does
talking
it
about mirror
does
work.
yeah, it makes a world of difference, you guys. It really does.
Yeah,
And not only that, but like the universe will answer you. Like it will answer you if you do this work. Like if you say these things, these affirmations, the law of magnetism, like you're like a magnet for these things that are alike, right? So it's going to
right.
come to you
And this
faster.
explains, I think, a lot of magnetism, I guess, is what would explain my clients that I get for tarot readings, like, how I will see like, I'll have a, group of people booked for, like, one day, like, 3 or 4 people. I won't do more than that, right? Like, because it's too much, but, on a very busy day, it's, like, 4, and that's, like, almost too much. Probably is too much, but I noticed that I've started to notice that as I've been doing this, like, for 33 years, that these people they all come to me with the same issues on the same day. It's very
Uh-huh.
strange. So, I will get my first client will have something to do with, I don't know, like, say, I don't know, like a narcissistic partner or something, right? And the advice that I give for them that I get, and I give it to them, and then the next person comes, and it's, like, the same thing, and I'm like then the next person, and it's the same thing, and I'm like, "What the hell is going on?" That happens so frequently that, like, I started taking note of it because I was like, is this normal?" Like, but I find that it is normal, that is pretty common among people that do that kind of work. So, is that what that is? Is that magnetizing, like, that's a topic that I'm well versed in, unfortunately, studying professionally also. Is that why? Because I know about it and I can provide those answers, that's why they're
Yes.
magnetized to me?
Yes. Yes, just like we get the lover that we deserve at the time, which kind of does make us feel like what the hell sometimes, right?
Right. Yeah.
Um, but also, yes, we're like a magnet for these things that we either need to hear or that we need to give others.
Right. And that, yeah, but it really was strange to me because I was like, I mean, it's every time, basically. Yeah, when you dress up, you feel good and it radiates.
Mhm.
It does. When you feel like yesterday, felt like I was on fire. Like yesterday, I like thought I looked like all that in a bag of chips, right? Like I was
You
like all excited about
did.
it. And like I don't know
Mhm.
why, I don't know what I did different, but like I was just like about it. I was like, yes, I look great today. And I felt really good. And I had like a really good day. Like I think that when we're like we put that energy into like curating
Mhm.
our how our appearance is too. And this is like, some people say it's vain. I don't give a shit. Like, fine. Call me
No,
vain. I
it's
don't
not.
care.
It's not vain.
Like, I'm sorry, I
There
take pride in how I look and I wanna look put together. Like, that should not be a
right,
bad thing. Okay, that should be like, I mean, I'm
right.
not I can lag. Everyone knows. You hang out with me, I take forever. Like, it's one of those things that I do, but not it's not it it could be worse. Okay, I'm just saying it could be
It
worse.
could be worse,
Yeah.
and we understand. It's okay.
Yeah,
It's
I'm
not
also
like
it's because I have, like, ADD
too
brain,
bad,
like, all over the place, but,
right?
it's not, like, on purpose, I'm not, like, purposely lagging, but I take time because I want to look good for myself, it's not for other people, and that's the thing, like, when you're in toxic relationships, right? Like, I remember I had a lot of ex-boyfriends, actually, that would say to me, "Why are you wearing makeup? Who are you wearing makeup for?" That kinda
Well,
crap.
I've got a good one for you. Like, look at pictures of yourselves over your lifetimes,
Yeah.
and you can pinpoint when you got happy or when you started
Yeah.
healing because you started dressing for yourself
Mhm.
and not for anybody else's view.
Right.
And the more that you do that, the more you look self-actualized and like your true soul vibrational self,
Right. Right,
you
because
know?
it's like, you know, I teach at a fashion design school too, right? Like, and those students that I have there, they are always saying like how your clothes are an extension of your personality, etc. Because they're fashion designers. So, and I feel that 100%. Like, I feel like if there's days where you get, say like, I don't know, like go on a trip or something and you have clothes and they're dirty and you don't have something you really want to wear, you could feel like kind of, yeah, like if you don't feel like you look good. For me anyway, I can't just bum around. I can't do it. I try. Like, I mean, I show up to camping with high heel. Like, granted, I had boots,
I love that
but
you admitted that
true.
because, like, I wasn't gonna throw you under the bus
Yeah,
about it,
I will throw
but
myself under the bus. What happened?
yeah, it's
What did I
pretty
do?
funny.
I showed up to the beach campsite in heels. But I had shoes to change into. Okay, I was just not gonna wear those on the way there. Like, but
Hilarious.
I'm a little bit ridiculous with it. Like, I'm a little bit I know I'm
You
fancy. I
wore
get it.
heels
Like,
in Joshua Tree too.
I did. Wait, yeah, I did.
You
Oh, yeah,
did.
wait, you're not supposed to wear heels and I don't know. I love camping. I do. I love it.
Eh,
Um, I just like to wear
hilarious.
heels on the way there.
Megan's laughing.
But I can walk in them, dude. Like, it's not like I'm like
Yes.
all being
Well, let's
silly.
talk about that though. Let's talk about our glamour magic too,
Yeah.
because I mean, when you and I go places, people do not believe that we are 45 and
Oh, I know.
46.
I love that part.
I do
It's
too.
great.
But it's I honestly have to say it's vitality spells and magnetism. Like I
I would
can't
say it's
say
like
it's not.
stress and stress. It's stress and no, it's not. It is. I think it's also having like a mindset, like keeping yourself being happy, like doing things for yourself,
Putting yourself first, not
putting yourself,
martyring
yeah,
yourself for others.
indulging your inner child, like doing the things that when you were like young, maybe you didn't have an opportunity to do because of resources being limited or parents not being able to be there for you in that way. So when you reparent and like take time to like nurture that aspect of you, it brings out like kind of like a child, like you know I don't
Yeah,
know, kind of glow to you, I guess, right? Like, I mean, I think it's mindset. Like, again, I forget how old I am all the time. I do. I forget. Like, I will forget, like, and I'll be like, wait, am I how old am I? Like, I actually have to think
I'm
about it.
I'm more in touch now with my inner child than I ever was in my early
Yeah.
adulthood because
Yeah, I
I
didn't
was
even know about it.
parentified so quickly in life that by the time I was a 21-year-old single mom, it was already just the deal, it was the
Yeah,
spiel that I was, having to give up and do for others all the time. So it was an
right.
easy transition. So, like, I look younger now than I did when I was raising my kids, and
Mm,
it's because I take care of myself now.
mhm.
Mhm.
100%. Yep. Like, I looked at pictures, like, from my 30s, whatever, and I was like, "Dude, what happened? Like, how this" yeah, it's opposite. It's weird. But I was, like, miserable then, like, I was doing a whole bunch like, my life was out of control, and I'm
Right?
bad. Mhm. So I was wearing that on my face, right? So,
Lit
yeah.
and it radiates from inside you, like, how you're feeling, from your soul level.
Oh, yeah.
So
And
if
I have a
you're
really hard time
feeling
masking that.
right,
Anyone that knows me knows, like, if I'm having a bad day, if I'm upset, I cannot hide it. Like, I can try. I will try. It is futile. It is pointless. Like, I literally will there's no way. Like, you just see it on my face. Like, you just know, like, something's wrong with me. I can't. I don't know why that is. Like, I cannot do it. I wish I could. Um, so it's, like, important for me to not be in a bad way because I don't wanna affect other people, especially as a teacher, right? Like, I don't wanna go into my classroom ever and have my personal life interfering with my ability to teach,
right,
right?
or
So it's
ability to
important for
do
me to
anything,
stay.
really.
What was that?
Or ability to do anything,
Right,
really.
right. But, like, I mean, I mean, it happens. It happens to everybody, any teachers that has those have all teachers have those days occasionally, right? But, like, um, it's it's like I always think about, like, so I how I'm gonna impact my students, and not to mention the myriad of their own variables that they bring to class with them every day, right? So now I'm
Right,
compounding on their stuff.
absolutely.
So
Yeah,
I have to make sure, like, it's not just about me. I mean, like, I do it for me, but it's also because, again, it radiates out, right? It does. So
absolutely, absolutely, and also, I wanted to say if, anybody wants to know the ritual that I use for, my vitality spell, it's pretty simple.
what is it?
Um, it is 13 white candles in a circle with a mirror in the middle, and you light them counterclockwise. And
Counterclockwise.
huh?
Counter?
Counter.
Okay.
Counterclockwise, like you're winding back time.
Yeah, I got it. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. And then you actually say the Snow White evil queen saying,
Which
"Mirror,
was
mirror
mirror,
on
mirror
the
on the wall.
wall,
Damn it.
I am the fairest of them all," though, is what you
Yeah.
say. And you make it like rhyme, fairest of them all, my beauty will be what, and you just say this. I will be ageless. I will be, I will look immortal. Like I do this. I talk to the mirror and tell it exactly how I want to be perceived.
Right. I mean, this is doable. Like, so from a scientific perspective, okay, let me just throw this little bit in there. So I right now currently in my biology class I teach at the college level, okay. I'm teaching mitosis, which is cell division. It's somatic cell division. So it's every cell in our body except for our sex cells, okay? And here's the process. I'm gonna dumb it down really fast, okay? A cell is like it has an optimal size that it can be before it becomes inefficient because it's taking up too much resources, right? So one of two
Right.
things will happen when it starts to reach that critical point. Either it will engage in apoptosis, which is programmed cell suicide, or it will split and go through the process of mitosis. So, but what that means is that the cell that has been growing and aging this whole time decides I'm going to split into two new cells, and it thus becomes new again. So it starts off as the parent cell and then it splits into two daughter cells. Now those two daughter cells are baby cells. Like it
Right.
keeps, you see what I mean? Like it's an aged cell that now becomes a baby again. Like,
Younger. Right.
right? So our body
It
does that
is
every day, all day
possible.
long. Like that's happening right now. And
Right.
every single person that's watching this and will watch it, all your body, like 50% of your cells are doing this process right now. Like, so,
Yep.
you know, this is not unheard of, right? So if we
Right.
believe it so,
Right,
perhaps,
and
you know?
everything is listening.
What?
So if you say,
Oh,
"So it
yes.
is,"
So it is. Yeah, I was
yeah,
just talking I was just interviewed, for this research study on near-death experiences, right? I just got off right before I came on here, and the, interviewer was telling me that he had previously, before he had his experience, that he had such bad hypochondria, right, that he was creating somatic symptoms for himself, like, he thought he was sick, so he was getting sick, and he's
mhm,
like, "I don't understand." I'm like, "I do." Like, that's because literally our cells do like, what they're told to
what we're
do.
telling them to
Right.
do.
And, so this is absolutely can happen. This is a well-documented phenomenon, right? Like, psychosomatic symptoms. Um,
Right,
and that means that, our brains have a part in it, so how we think matters. Even if you think it doesn't matter, it's like, that's asinine because literally it matters, like, literally our perceptions are reality. So if we perceive that we're ugly old hags, right, then probably we might come across that way. We're not gonna put effort into what we're doing because that's what we already think we are, so screw it,
right.
right? Like,
Like, you
you know?
have to believe it about yourself before you can get it from the universe. Like,
Right.
for
Yeah, like, you can't
instance,
expect to
like
get it otherwise.
right, I always say the universe gives me gifts, and it always gives me proof that my belief in it is continual and I should keep it up, and I get
Yeah.
receive gifts from people all the time, and it's never like in the normal way. It's always just in ways that you wouldn't even think, and
Yeah,
that's just proof to me. Like, I get very specific with it too, just to make sure that it's the universe answering me back.
right.
And so you can do that with your glamour magic. Like,
Right, like how?
I like how? Like, talking during your spell and saying specifics of what you want people to view as.
Okay, so let me I have a question. So,
Mhm.
when in glamour magic, is this actually occurring, or is it just the perception people have of you?
It's Well, it depends on you look at as perception because you're also perceiving while they're perceiving.
Right.
So the spell is working on you as well, right?
Okay. Yeah,
So you're changing your reality and you're changing others' reality
right. Now,
in your
that being
favor.
said, a spell in and of itself is that gonna compensate for you sitting on the couch and not doing anything?
No.
Okay. So, like, yeah, so that's the whole point. Is like magic works when we work with it, right? We have to work
Right,
with
it's
it.
through works, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely, like, I can't just sit on the couch and say, "Okay, I'm gonna go get my hair, my extensions," or I'm just
Right.
gonna wait for it to happen, like, that doesn't
Yeah,
work,
yeah. It's like,
like,
what I get because I get these
you
questions all the time. I get
right,
this
like,
all the time.
I have to get up off the couch and do my yoga, like, I have
Yeah.
to, I can't just, like, sit there and expect to be healthy and not do anything.
Right.
You know?
So, like, I think that there's a the reason I asked that question, and I already knew the answer, of course, is because I get that a lot. Like, people like, I don't know if they're trolls or what, but, like, some people be like, "Well, then why don't I just do a spell for this, like, and this should just happen?" Okay, I see what you mean, but, like, now we're talking about, like, illusionary magic, right? Like, now we're talking about, like, the
Right.
illusion stuff. Like,
Because what we're
real
talking about is supportive energy here.
right. It's like encouraging the process. Like, you're encouraging it.
Correct.
You're making a path for it to travel down. Like, you're helping it out, right? And
Mhm.
that doesn't mean that it's not magic. Like, you could do an experiment and do it with and without and see which one got better results. Like, I can guarantee you it's going to be the one that has you positive doing the positive things to help it along. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, of course.
Of
But
course. Of course.
yeah, like,
But you
but
can
a
give
lot of people
yourself
think that though.
you can give yourself ease with it though. Like, I have definitely given myself ease with things when I'm tuned into whichever god or goddess or whoever I'm tuned into at that time. I will tap into them to give me the power, the mana, or the chi to get through whatever it is I'm getting through, or whatever it is that I
Right,
need to achieve.
right. Right, and you can do that with ancestors too, right? Like, you can do that with
Right,
your ancestors or
right,
deities, because what that is you're invoking the
right.
essence, the energies that are associated with that specific deity, right?
Mhm.
Or with your ancestors, which, if you know who they are or you know what they are. rather.
I would definitely also say that roses are associated with glamour magic.
Roses.
Yeah. So if you use even rose oil or roses or rose petals or anything like that when you light your candles or whatever, I usually do that. I usually use red rose petals or pink rose petals and put them all over when I'm doing my rituals for glamour.
Yeah, definitely. Hi, Shania.
Hello.
I hope I say that right. I just don't know. God dang. Sorry, my phone's going off.
Yeah, so Anna, do you have any tips other than what we've talked about?
I mean, okay, so well, I think that well, so like the birthday candle thing, I feel is a negative spell. Like, we light candles every year on our birthday and we blow out the candles and then like poof, now we're a year older. I say stop doing that. I say stop doing it. Like if you want to, maintain youth, right? That's what I'm doing. I'm like gonna backwards it.
Yeah, I don't blow out candles,
Not
ever,
good.
but I don't do them for my birthday at all.
Right. It's like you're mentally telling yourself that I am now, this is a thing now. Now I'm this. I mean, of course, chronologically speaking, but there's time doesn't exist in this way that we experience it here elsewhere. Like, and I know because I did experience it when I died. So like,
Right.
but it's impossible to explain it really here in this form. But like, yeah, it's all there's only now. Like there's no past or future. It's now. Like that's it. But we don't live that way here, just like we don't teach things certain ways because we can't. Like, like just like in my biology class, I can't teach cellular respiration without doing it in steps. But in reality, it's happening all simultaneously, but I can't teach that, right? And it's like time's the
Mhm.
same way. So if you believe that you're getting older, then you are, like you are. I mean, chronologically on this plane, yes, but like also mindset matters here. So I
It
say
absolutely
backwards.
matters. Hi there.
Hello. Yeah, it matters. Like so this year I'm gonna be 45 or 45 or 44 again. I don't know. We'll go back 2 years, 1 year.
Oh, you're gonna go back?
I am. I'm gonna be like, yeah, no. In my head, I'm gonna say
I
that.
just
Of
say
course.
I'm eternal. I don't care
Yeah. I'm
anymore.
like, I feel like my brain doesn't match, like my mindset doesn't match my chronological age. Anyways, I'm like perpetually 25 or something. I don't know. In my head.
Um,
Um,
yeah, I feel
but in
that.
certain ways,
Uh-huh.
not always, because that would suck. Because 25 you don't know much, compared to
Right.
what we know now, right?
Oh
Um,
God.
yeah.
Yeah, give it
Yeah.
20
Like I
years.
would I would never want to trade that back, the
Right.
knowledge that I've gained over the years. But I think and that doesn't mean that we have to be, like I feel like there's this thing about like cutting our hair too. Like, what's that about? Like, why does everybody cut their hair when they get older? Like, I don't
I
know.
think we're setting a precedent with our generation though, because there's a lot of women in our generation now who do have long hair, right? And the ladies that came before us, like the generations before us, like look at our mother's generation. Like my mother didn't cut her hair, but most of the women did. And they
Mhm.
went to like a shoulder
Yeah,
cut by
yeah,
40,
right.
the sensible cut. And if
Why
you
is it
didn't, you
sensible?
were kind of a harlot, right?
Well, what is it? Why is it sensible? Why is that a thing? Why is it like when women get older, they're supposed to cut their hair? Like, why is that even a thing?
Sexual attraction.
Because they're not seen as sexually attractive anymore? Because long hair is
Well,
considered to be
youth, okay, so we have a big thing about youth in our country for sure,
mhm,
but like
yeah,
men, like traditionally speaking, if you're going for the male gaze, okay, men like something that indicates fertility,
right.
traditional.
Yeah, that's
Why-
biology. Yeah.
That's why they like long hair. It means that you've got enough keratin and everything in your system and
They don't
protein.
know that, but yeah, okay. Yeah.
At a base level,
Yeah, no,
your
I guess, yeah.
body does.
Yeah, no, subconsciously, yes, I guess, but yeah,
Right.
yeah. Well,
Okay.
Megan says maybe it's because short hair is easier and less energy consuming to care for as well. But, like, why do we need that? Like
I
like,
mean,
that's
I
what
understand that. I understand that. But like here's my other thing. Okay. Is like yes, it's comfortable, but like if you want to and like I'm sorry whoever this offends, but if you want to remain looking fuckable, and like long into your older ages, okay?
Right.
Keep the hair, you keep the updated wardrobe,
Right.
keep accessorizing, you keep it classy though, you don't go overboard with the sex, you know?
Yeah.
And but
I'll
you
be a
do
little
sex
tramp.
etiquette. Right, right, but, like, there's a way to do it,
Right.
and that's
I feel like I'm way more sexy now than I ever was in my 20s. Like, I was just a hot mess in my 20s. Like, I was like kind of, clubby, like skanky, I guess, right? Whatever. Like, I thought it was cute. It was cute, I guess, but now I'm like classy. I think it's way better. I like how I like getting dressed up. I do. I like it. And not for guys either. Like, it's never for guys. I don't ever do that for that. I do it for me because I'm like,
well, I do it for all of it, like,
well, I
for
mean,
me.
no, like, I don't like, what I'm saying is, like, I will now I have a boyfriend, I'm absolutely trying to get, like, cute for him, but I'm not getting dressed every day thinking, like, "Oh, I hope guys look at me." Like, no, never. Like, that's never in my mind. Like, it's always just I want myself to look nice, and if I catch myself in the mirror, I don't wanna be like, "Oh god." You know?
Right. I agree with what Shannon said here about she stopped wearing bras. I stopped
Yeah,
wearing bras during the pandemic. It
I
drives a
cannot do
lot of
that.
people crazy, but I did too because you know what? Who cares? Who
I'm
cares?
trying
But
to think
just
of me.
the biggest thing is you do you, boo, you know?
Yeah,
Because what makes you feel good is what's gonna make you magnetic no matter what. But I personally do things on purpose that do represent a more traditionally attractive female kind of thing going on here with my avatar, you know?
well, yeah, I wear skirts and dresses and heels every day, all day. Like, I have them on, like, again, always in my house. Like, I don't care. I like it. I like dressing like that. I like being feminine,
Mhm.
personally. That's me, though. My oldest daughter, Ashley, does not. She's much more tomboy, and that's fine. That's how she feels comfortable. Good. So
Right.
again, it is each his own. You do you. We're just telling you what we're doing. You know.
Yeah. For sure, for sure. Like, and I think we both do this, and I don't know if we talked about this previously, but we do hone our brands. We do. And that's what I look at mine like is my brand.
Yeah.
Everything about me is curated when I've sat down and really thought about it.
Right. Well, yeah.
You know,
Like, I mean, I have my looks. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it's 100%.
definitely.
That's just like there's a signature, right? It's like that.
Yeah. Yeah, and, like,
Yeah.
as a witch, it's so important for us to have our signature energy about us, our signature aesthetic, our energy, our music, our representation, the way we do things, like, it's so important because it's been curated over lifetimes,
Right. Right, I mean,
and
like, yeah. It's like I do, I am like that, like, all my papers, any research I write, like, all it's all, it's from me. Like, I have a way of writing even technical papers that you can tell Anna wrote it, like, I get that a lot, like, "Oh, yeah, I knew that. I could tell that was your paper, even if my name wasn't on it," which I accidentally did recently. I can't believe I did that. I tell my students all the time, "Make sure you put your name on your paper, it goes in the trash," and I did that the other day. But, okay, so, like, yeah, he's like, "I knew it was yours. I could tell by how you write." So, yeah, like, everything we do is curated, over time. If you're being authentic, but it should be there's the danger here, though, is about being authentic and not, right? Like, so and I was just reading about this the other day about how, when we're not living like, when we have a lot of trauma in our past and stuff like that, or we have had some neglect or whatever happened in the past, whatever, and those times cause us to not really, feel like we can fit in as we are because some idiot put some bad ideas in our head that we're, like, not good enough.
right,
Then we try
right.
to fit in, and then we try to fit in with people
That's
that we
the
don't.
worst,
Yeah.
worst, worst
Yep.
choice in the
It is.
world is to try to fit in.
Yeah, it is, it is. It might seem like that's the answer because maybe you're alone and you're lonely or something, but dude, I'm telling you, when you try to fit in where you don't fit, it is just torture. It's bad, and then it makes you look bad because you're being fake, and nobody likes
Mhm.
somebody that's fake, right? So, I mean, it's true. Like, even if you're doing it for a reason, like trying, because you have some wounds from before and you're trying to just find your tribe, you go in with this idea of what these people are looking for, but that's not really you, right? And then when you slip
Right.
up and your real self like comes through, they're like, "What the hell?" And now you have now reinforced the idea that you're not good enough as you are, but that's not why it was happening. It was just because people don't like fake. Like you could have came at them as you were. Maybe they're not the right people for you, right? Like that's okay. Like not everyone's gonna like you. Like we're aware. Like we get I get messages all the time about whatever from this podcast or like I'm this or that or like some insults. I don't give a shit. Like it doesn't faze me. But like if
Yeah.
people do take that serious, that can just be a reaffirming negative like feedback loop that you find yourself in if you're not being authentic, right? So if you're authentic, someone doesn't like you, oh well, like well, you probably wouldn't like them anyways,
They're
right?
obviously, yeah, they're not your tribe, and it's
They're
not
not
a
your
big
tribe.
deal, and energetically, it doesn't hurt even, like, it
No,
wouldn't
it's like
even
okay, that just doesn't who cares?
okay, that doesn't align,
Right.
especially if you're in alignment and that happens, then you're just, like, taken care of, you don't have to worry about it,
Yeah.
and,
Yep.
but yeah, like, the answer to glamour magic is know you're the shit. Just know.
Yeah.
Don't even question it,
Yeah.
and then go in and strut your stuff in front of the mirror and tell yourself you're awesome and start believing it,
Well, it
because
will
if
feel
you
really
aren't,
weird.
it
It
will
will
feel
feel
really
it'll feel really weird. It'll feel really hokey and stupid and like really lame. I trust me because I was like, that's dumb. Like I'm like the person that's like, you guys, that sounds stupid. That sounds like some hippy dippy shit. Like I don't want any part of that. But like enough people like like enough professional people told me that. And I was like, fine. And I tried it and I felt so dumb. Like I was like, I was laughing. I couldn't even like keep eye contact with myself when I was doing it at first and it just felt so fake and contrived, right? Because it was,
right.
because it was. But that's the thing. You got to push through that. You got to keep doing it, and then over
Yeah.
time, it becomes
Mhm.
less and less of a task and more of just like an affirmation. And then once you are not uncomfortable with it anymore, that's when it has like integrated and started to become you, and you'll see that your attitude about yourself and other people's attitudes toward you has changed in a more positive direction. Like it's just it's weird. I can't tell you how it actually works. I can't give you the scientific mechanism behind it because there isn't one that I'm aware of. It's just it is what it is. Like try it. You got literally nothing to lose. It's free. It doesn't cost anything. It doesn't
Right.
require any skills other than being able to talk to yourself. That's it.
Oh, we should definitely move on to
Yep.
questions, but
Yep.
before
Yep.
we
Yep.
do, let's talk about our announcements. I've got a class coming up
Yep.
on March 27th. It's going to start every Wednesday. I'm going to be doing Magic
Oh,
Wednesdays.
yeah.
And so every Wednesday, I will have a 2 hour innate magic class. The first hour will be innate folk magic, exploring your own magic.
Yeah.
And the second hour will be sex magic and alchemy. And you can attend for $13. That's it per class, or $40 a month if you want to subscribe. And it
Yep.
is on my site now at the gypsysiren.com, and I will be teaching all the magic that I practice on my own, and how I live magically. So it's definitely a thing of how to live deliciously, and it's called Stephanie Siren's Hot Pink Temple, and it's
Yeah.
on my
Yeah. So I'll be there. I already booked it. I did it.
You did. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes, it's going to be a good time.
Yeah. Uh, yep. Yep. My announcement is I'm doing research again on uh psychic abilities and trauma. So if you have that, either both of those things, have to have both, let me know. Send me a message. My email is astonetarot@gmail.com. If you are psychic and have trauma from the past, let me know because I could potentially maybe interview you for my research. Your name would not be used, obviously. It would be completely anonymous, but I do need more data. So yeah, if you have that or know of anyone like that, please send them my way. This is going to be for my, thesis, and yeah,
Oh, well,
I
you
got to
know,
get
I'm
started
down.
on that. So but yeah. So who has? Oh yeah, I did it.
Question for us.
Okay,
Anyone?
who has a question about that you would like for tarot reading or intuitive or psychic, whatever reading, whatever, however it comes.
However it comes.
However it comes, it might be different. Let's see. Okay. 1%.
Okay. Let's see.
Okay. Okay, cool. Thanks, Megan, for the guinea pig status. Like guinea pig willingness.
Right?
Okay.
I'm gonna take on the one from Shannon.
Okay.
But you go ahead first with Megs while I
Wait,
kind of
did Meg ask a question? Oh, wait, where is it? Oh.
yeah, I use her as a oh.
No.
For all of it, I guess. Okay.
Okay.
I thought she was asking for a general reading.
Oh, no.
Um, let's do Shannon's
Okay.
first.
Okay, so for Shannon, will she be working with law enforcement?
I feel like
You
it's a
want
no.
to. You're gonna have to do a lot of weird. Oh, what? Hang on.
I feel like it's a no. I feel like there's a block there.
There's well, it's like there would need a great deal of hang on, let me see what cards just fell on the floor. I got cards on the floor. Hang on. Oh, oh no, I feel like there is a there's like this well, there's a patriarchy there, unfortunately, that is not about it, right? And there's like you got three major, the Emperor, the Hierophant, and the King of Swords. So these are people that are like all about facts, like and ruling their way. So I think that maybe it might start, but like I feel like it. I don't know, like this very thick skin because they would be very like
It's just
calling
not
you out.
favorable. Yeah, I just don't feel favorable with it. Like it just doesn't feel right.
And then that's in Florida. Where's that at? In Florida? Is that in Florida?
Yes.
All right. Oh no, it's Tower. Yeah, like I don't know. I think yeah, I think it looks like it might be a false start. I think, like I don't
Yeah,
know.
like I feel like there's a good old boy network there. I just don't feel
Yeah,
like it would work.
yeah, because you got to look at it like this. Like psychics we can't prove how we get our information, and that doesn't hold up in court, right? So you can't use anything that a psychic gives you to in court at all. So
Right.
like, and so it can actually that's the problem, like, is that it can actually compromise cases sometimes because of that. Like, because if a psychic is like, "Hey, I
Mhm.
know where the thing is, and it's here," and then they go to court and they try to say it, they can't use spectral evidence in court anymore, right? That was in Salem times. So
Right. Right.
now it could potentially be just dismissed. I think then, like, or that's at least the narrative that I think a lot of the men, like older, like people that have been there for a long time would be using. Like, does that make sense? You know what I mean? Like, oh no, you're gonna mess up our case. Also, the idea that you might find it before they do when they're using like good old like old fashioned like police work, and you're just like hearing it in your head or whatever, however it comes. That piss them off. I don't know.
Okay, no, this is Shannon, this is about you working with law enforcement. We feel like there's a block there and it's for good reason. But also a Felicia person. I don't feel anything about her right now.
Felicia. I mean, she's a new neighbor. Yes. Yes, you are.
Oh,
Definitely.
absolutely, yes.
Let's see. It's
No,
about
you
that though. It's about being authentic. It is. It's about that. Like, it's about not being scared to show who you are to people like you are right now. Yeah. You need to just embrace who you are and like appreciate you for you. There's definitely a damper on that for some reason. There's like some false narrative belief that you are not good as is, and that's absolute crap. So it's important for you to like start to highlight the aspects of yourself that start with the things that you do know you like about yourself, and then go outwards, like focus on those and like cultivate those, I guess, but like there needs to be a change of self narrative there.
Mm.
And then you'll find.
I want to answer this question right here.
Mhm.
Marisol, I think your name is. You're going to go back to school.
Oh, school's fun.
I see you going back to school. I see you walking on a campus, and there's these white archways, and it looks like a college or something.
Hmm.
And I see you wanting to do something in the medical field.
Mm. Oh, that's cool. School's awesome.
Yes, it is.
I teach college.
Anybody else? Because we've got
Mm.
Anna gotta go
Oh, I do.
and
Shit, I have a therapy appointment. Meh. My
okay,
therapist
so
can't get me in
close
for months at a time. Like,
it up.
she's gonna be so proud of me. I have a big thing. I did such a good job. I'm so proud of myself for yesterday's not freak out, right? Like, yeah, so good. So good.
Yeah,
Uh,
you did
yeah,
well.
progress.
Yes. So thank you guys so much for joining us at a
Yeah,
different hour tonight, but we'll be
yeah, yeah.
back
Yeah,
another
you guys are
time next.
awesome. Thanks for being here. Shit.
And go to my site and sign up for Magic classes if you want to learn magic and alchemy from me. It's only $13 a class. And we meet on Wednesdays at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time.
Mm-hmm.
So can't wait to see you guys in there. All right.
Yeah, okay, guys. Love you guys. You guys are awesome. Thank you. We'll see you guys next week.